You are a work of art created by God.
Hey Lovebugs, welcome back to my channel. I am Mercy Yvonne, and this is a place where we love God, we love ourselves, and we love others. And on today's video, we are going to do a behind the look. So I've been considering doing a series called Style It Up, and I think that this is going to be the first video in that series where we dive into the behind the look, the details behind the look. And the reason I feel like that this is so necessary is because in today's age, we consume a lot of short form content. So we don't get a whole lot of the behind the scenes, more so behind the mind, like into the mind of the look. Like, why did you pair that? What happened? Was that intentional? Was that an accident? Did the piece that you want to wear it with, did it not come in time? Did you have a completely different vision that didn't work? And I don't feel that we see a lot of like the failures, right? Like, we see the end product, we see the picture, we see the get ready with me, we see the pieces that you love, we see that it came together in the end, right? But for a lot of us who love fashion, love to get dressed, a lot of the ideas start up here. It starts in our mind. And I cannot tell you how many times a look does not make it outside because it didn't actually come together in actuality, right? I had the whole look in my mind, or I had bits and pieces of the look in my mind, but when I actually put it on, I realized it didn't work. It wasn't giving what it needed to have gave, or vice versa. It did, and it ate. 4 plus 4 equals 8, honey. It ate that thing down, and it leaves my mind, and it's either a hit or miss, slay or toss away kind of situation. And we don't get a lot of detail about the outfits that do not work. And so I'm going to walk you through some ideas. I have a list in my phone of ideas of looks I have in my head, and I'm going to take a couple pieces. We might style maybe 1 or 2. I'm not going to do like a full lookbook or anything, but I'm just going to kind of walk you through my thought process. Does it actually come together in actuality? Does it work? Blah, blah, blah. Right? And if it does not work, we're going to make the necessary tweaks that we see fit. I want to take the concept of a graphic tee, a tee with some type of design, and pair it with a printed skirt. Now, one thing about finding your style, you have to be willing to kind of like push the envelope. You have to be willing to kind of step outside of your comfort zone. And knowing me, I will wear a graphic tee with a solid skirt and call it a day and go about my business. But I want to kind of challenge myself to step outside of that. And so I want to take a graphic tee and pair it with a printed skirt. So that is what we're going to try today. I have 2 graphic tees that I want to try to utilize for this look. So I have these 2 graphic tees. They are both from Target. If you've seen my collective haul, then you've already seen me kind of go through these. But this one is just a Barbie tee with different Barbies on them. Barbies of different colors and different looks and vibes. So we have this one, and then we have this Corvette tee that has a bit more color and things that we can pull from. So I want to style both of these and or one of these with a printed skirt. So here are some of the printed skirt options that I kind of want to pull from. So here are the 3 printed skirt options that I want to pull from. So they are all very different and give different vibes. So first up, we have this pleated skirt that is like a burnt orange or rust that is from Walmart, and it has kind of like these abstract-ish polka dots because they're not like perfect dots. So we have this one, it's pleated, so it has that A-line moments. So we're gonna try her. Next up, we have this wrap skirt. I believe this is probably like a cheetah print skirt, but we have this wrap skirt detail. So I'm gonna try this one. This one is pre-loved. So this was a pre-loved skirt that I got from, I believe, Style Encore. We have this slip skirt that is like a cheetah or a leopard print. This is also pre-loved, also from Style Encore. In today's video, I really want to challenge myself because that's one thing I'm very intentional about. Like, I really like to dibble and dabble and challenge myself, and mixing prints, if you will, like a graphic tee with a print is not a go-to for me. I will take a graphic tee and I'll mix it with a solid skirt, and that's easy peasy. If you're in that place of you're trying to figure out your style, unlock your style, find your signature style, I believe that you have to be willing to challenge yourself. Get outside of your comfort zone to an extent. And mixing a graphic tee with a printed skirt is definitely outside of my comfort zone. And so let's go behind the look and see if we can put something together that will work. I had paired the top with the Barbie top with the like leopard cheetah print wrap skirt, and initially I had paired it with the ankle boots, but I realized I didn't like the balance between like how high the boots come versus how low the skirt is. And so I decided to pair it with a thigh-high pair of black boots, so that if you do get a little peekaboo through the wrap skirt, you'll also see the boot. I'm a coat girly. I'm a jacket girly because I get cold. Like, that is the truth. I get cold. I be cold. And so I paired it with a long black coat that I thrifted, and then just paired it with a all black tote bag, and that was the look. I wanted to show like how things come together. I paired it together. If you see me looking off, I'm looking at my mirror, but I paired it together because it's something definitely outside of my comfort zone, and I'm realizing that, like, even in wearing it, I'm like, okay, but the more I look at it, the more I get a little bit more comfortable. I'm realizing within myself, I am a bit of a matchy kind of girl. So I do think that had the tones, even of like the top and the skirt, gone a little bit better, I would love it more. But it's really about going behind the look, pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. So with this look, I realized that I love the Barbie tee with the Walmart polka dot skirt. I think it's a tonal thing. I think like pulling in kind of like those tones of orange and brown did something for me. Because of the skirt and it's like pleated and the thigh-high boot, I was like, pair it with a fedora. And like I said, I'm a coat person. So I was back and forth between, do I want to kind of do like just like a midi length blazer, or do I want to do the long line kind of coat blazer that I had for the other look? But I realized, trial and error, I like the short length better, and then paired it with my all black tote, and she gives. And reason why I encourage, try it out, go behind the look, evaluate your style, pay attention to things that you like, look at the things that you may want to try. Because if I did not push myself to do this, I never would have realized I actually like this look together, right? So step outside of your comfort zone. Look at what people, you may look at other people for inspiration and you may be like, do I like that? And one thing that I always do to gauge whether or not I'll at least be willing to give something a try is if I go, I don't hate that. I'm willing to at least give it a try to see if I like it. While we're on this journey of figuring out our style, figuring out what we like and we don't like, and we're on that journey and on that road to unlocking our signature style, push yourself past what you would normally do. I paired the Barbie tee with the leopard cheetah slip skirt, and I really did like that look. Like, I really did like it. I think also it's a tonal thing. It actually has something to do with like tones. I think that is kind of what I'm realizing about mixing the print and the graphic tee. There are certain tones that have to kind of like work and mesh well for me to make it work. And so you'll see that I kept on the thigh-high boots. I paired it with the long line coat and just the all black bag. And then I decided to give it a different twist as well, because while I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, I like that if it's actually cold and we want to do that kind of moment. It's cold, it's winter, it's fall, and you actually need a boot moment, or you just want to give a boot moment. But because I also do live in Florida, thinking about what's also practical, and I was like, a tie up strappy heel moment could definitely work. I think that combo, a strappy heel with a slip skirt, slip dress, is always a vibe, and decided to do a little mix of textures, right? Take the silk satin aspect of the slip skirt and pair it with the leather blazer. So the blazer and slip skirt combo still gives kind of like that classy, but then the leather, it being a leather, adds to kind of like the edginess of the look, and then it ties in with the shoes because the shoes are leather. So putting those details together. So here we have the Corvette tee with the slip skirt, and I live for it. I think it does something funky with the like tonal things, because you probably can't really see it, but there is like the lighter cream in like small little aspects of the slip skirt that I think really work for me. And then because the Corvette tee has these like pops of color, being able to really pull and draw from that as it pertains to the basis of the accessories is something that I love. Colors that I just naturally love to pull out and to use as a basis of accessorizing is red. And so I knew I was going to be between either the red lace-up heel or the red booty. Lace-up heel with the skirt did something better for me. I prefer the matte texture of just a blazer, just a regular blazer, and adding the pizzazz element with the pattern and the pop of color, and using that to kind of tie everything together. I loved how the lace-up heel balanced out with the length of the skirt, because the skirt is kind of like getting midi. So having something that kind of like helps lengthen the leg a little bit. So thank you for joining me today for going behind the look in our Style It Up series. I believe it's going to be a series. So I will see you next Saturday with another video. I do believe Saturdays are going to be my new uploading schedule. It's just the most convenient for my lifestyle right now. And so I do believe that you should expect a video every single Saturday. I try to upload around noon. That may or may not work, but you can more than likely expect a video every Saturday. That will be my uploading schedule. So until next Saturday, know that I love you, God loves you, and remember to always, always love you too.